Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis, and today we are going to be talking about Energy Web Token, aka EWT. So, as you guys are probably all aware, yes, I've been talking about EWT for a very long time now on this channel. Not a very long time, I shouldn't say, actually. I've been talking about it for about over 2-3 weeks now, and I've gave single hints like months ago as well. But overall, when we're talking about Energy Web Token, it is a fairly large asset, and I do believe that it has a ton of upside potential. So let's actually go check it out real quick, and let's really kind of talk about why I believe that this is such a massive gem at its current scale. So obviously we are down a little bit in terms of volume, 20.46%, sitting at about a $235 million market cap. Now, you know, you could pretty much buy this on a few overall exchanges. You could buy it on Uniswap if you wanted to. You could buy it on Kraken, Gate.io, KuCoin, stuff like that. I believe that this is such a massive gem because of where we are positioning ourselves in the world, right? You got to understand that first off, also, real quick, by the way, 8,000, almost 500 total addresses. So we're still fairly early. I know that this has been diminishing since around October, but you got to understand that's by like, not even 100 overall. But overall, when I'm talking about, Energy Web Token and where we're positioned at, like, we're talking about energy sustainability. Like, that is such a huge key thing right now, like, saving the environment, making sure everything is, sustainable, making everything kind of carbon neutral, negative, whatever. Like, that is such a huge part of everyday life right now. And that is why I believe that a lot of these energy tokens are huge. But Energy Web Token itself already has the partnerships that make it substantially way ahead of the game in terms of the energy market in crypto. We're going to be talking about why. So first off, we need to understand that, when we're talking about a lot of these projects, like, yeah, this had its all-time highs, like, back here. Like, I honestly don't even know if this, like, I think that this was a scam wick to, like, $50 on Kraken. So I'm actually going to go off of this up here, like, $20.50. So, this has been on sort of like a catastrophic sideways momentum since then, due to, first off, the summer lows that it printed. Then we're pretty much in this market where Bitcoin is kind of taking the wheel a little bit. Yes, this could probably come down and test $7 if anything, or even lower if we come down and test like $6.85. It is possible. Volume is diminishing. Volume is rough on a lot of altcoins right now, specifically even EWT. RSI looks a little bit rough here as well, but the reason why I think that we're not going to go too much lower is because when we wick down to about the $7.20, the RSI was nearly at oversold levels. Of course, it's not, a guarantee that we don't go lower. I'm just saying we did almost hit, oversold areas. Now, the Bitcoin price chart is speaking a little bit different words to me. We do see that the all-time high here, I'm going to go off of this, specifically 35,000 almost sats. Up here, it's a roughly, almost 45 or 46,000 sats. We need to be back into a point where we see a lot more volume and a lot more strength on the RSI. Until then, I'm not going to be bullish too much on a lot of these altcoins, but I still am very bullish on Energy Web Token for the long-term road ahead. And the reason why I say long-term is because we need to think a little bit into the future. Okay, first off, we do see here, imagine buying Phantom at 15 cents. EWT being in a single digits is a godsend. Partners with Google, VW, which is Volkswagen, Vodafone UK, Shell, and even PGE for me. Just so it doesn't seem like I'm waterboarding you with advice, here's the site. You can do your own research. Of course, you guys can, but I just want you guys to understand the overall quote on their main page. We build operating systems for energy grids, powering the zero carbon economy. That right there is such a huge selling point to me. Then, of course, you kind of look into what they're really doing, 100 plus market participants in terms of the energy market. Like, everything that they're doing is so huge. Like, I've already talked to you guys about this enough. Like, I don't need to do a deep dive on their website. Of course, you guys are more than welcome to. Like, it's really crazy, to say the least, where Energy Web is positioned in terms of a token. Like, if we had the market cap of like Hedera, for example, we'd be worth almost $130. Okay, now Hedera is a 36 or number 36 on the list. Imagine if we were in the top 25 for Phantom, right? A 25x, $203. What if we were in the top 10 though? 94x, $745. And the reason why I talk about this is because we need to understand where they're positioning themselves. First off, we check out SDI Alliance. SDI A welcomes EnergyWeb X as its latest partner. EnergyWeb is a global nonprofit organization that advances decarbonization and digitization for the energy sector. You can pretty much read all about it if you guys want to on their website. But what I'm more specifically talking about or interested in is this. About the alliance, our vision, okay? This is the biggest part here. By the beginning of 2030, data centers are estimated to account up to 13% of global electricity consumption. Inside data centers, home of the computers that power, the digital economy, the inefficient use of equipment is creating unnecessary waste and cost on a global average. 8 out of 10 servers are idling while still consuming energy. We believe we need to adapt the underlying digital infrastructure, reducing its environmental impact to zero, making the massive growth sustainable, and while ensuring it remains open and accessible. And of course, you guys can pretty much see their sponsors here and read about them if you want to. Their supporters as well. There's some big names here, including Dell, for an example. You can pretty much read all about some of these other names as well. But in general, we know EnergyWeb token is allowing for them to get to that carbon negative, pretty much goal. That is so big for me because when we're talking about how big EnergyWeb token will play a role behind the future of energy, for an example, we know it's the key for its major success at this point because it's already built the foundational lines to become the main name behind digitization of the future of energy. Okay, and why? Well, first off, we go look back into May of 2020, right? The EnergyWeb Foundation partnered with EDF Energy, who are developing multiple use cases for blockchain on the EnergyWeb chain, such as the use of renewable energy certificates, RECs, or RECs. As you guys are probably all aware, yes, EDF is partnered with Hedera, and they also have, RECs with Hedera where they could pretty much transact on there. I think that that's pretty cool, but you need to understand that first off, who are EDF? Well, EDF is owned by the French state and was created in 2002, when several electricity boards in the UK merged and were acquired. It operates fossil fuel, wind, and nuclear plants around the UK, and it's one of the largest producers of electricity in the country. EDF Energy are proud to be the UK's largest producer of low-carbon electricity who believe they can create a cleaner, low-carbon future. And of course they can. When we're talking about, EnergyWeb, for an example, it's going to be such a huge key for all of this. We see here, EnergyWeb supplies over 3.7 million homes with energy. They offer fixed price and variable tariffs with no exit fees, and their electricity is 100% backed by low-carbon generation for all of their blue tariffs. This is huge. And of course, low carbon future, how are they going to get there? Well, of course, EWT, EnergyWeb token, is going to play a big key role in this. I think that this is awesome. And of course, with EnergyWeb token, it's not just, energy in general. They also are building out some incredible things. But let's read a little bit more about EDF. So we're working 24/7 to help us reach net zero carbon emissions. Of course, how are they going to get there easier? Well, EnergyWeb token, helping Britain achieve net zero, of course, as well. We're busy generating zero carbon electricity from wind, nuclear, and solar to help cut UK carbon emissions to nothing. They're all talking about sustainability because it's such a huge thing right now. It's seriously a massive problem and we need to fix it. And that's pretty much what they're trying to do. And again, you can pretty much read all the statistics on this and all that. But I just want you to all understand how big EDF actually is. We also seen this article from March 5th, 2021. EnergyWeb, Volkswagen partner on blockchain charging for electric cars. This is also very interesting. The partnership will investigate the integration of electric vehicles, EVs, and charging infrastructure on the blockchain to support advanced charging, programs. Which also I just want you guys to understand, under the partnership, Innovation and EnergyWeb will jointly develop, Volkswagen Group Innovation, will jointly develop and test open source software to enable seamless end-to-end electricity market participation for electric vehicles. They're talking more so about this EnergyWeb's decentralized operating system, pretty much talking about a lot of their use cases within the EV market, which I've told you guys about. Okay, I told you guys about, I believe it is I think it's e-mobility, yes. So this is actually all focused on EV and pretty much charging, all that kind of stuff. Like, this is so huge when we're talking about their use cases, where they're really kind of focused on their solutions for all of this as well. Like, this is huge from an overall perspective on, where Energy Web Token is going to be positioning even in the future as well. Like, right now, we're still very early, but I think that they're going to grow and grow and grow in demand, as we do see sustainability being a big and even bigger problem. So, of course, key issues are the EVs can be integrated efficiently and securely to electricity markets and grid operator systems, which we know Energy Web Tokens really kind of focused on this. We even see, up here, we are keen to explore the possibilities that blockchain technology can have for smart charging applications and how this can have a positive effect on ecological footprint and thus an increase in value for our customers. At this early stage for EV industry, we have a great opportunity to shape and improve standards on how EVs like ours integrate into markets around the world. And, we even see here, New Energy Finance has forecast that annual global EV sales will rise from 1.7 million to 54 million by 2040, accounting for nearly 60% of new vehicle sales. So, EVs are going to grow and grow and grow. And guess what? Energy Web Token is building out solutions for that market already. That is huge. And we also see here the Energy Web decentralized operating system has 3 layers. This short video explains how these 3 layers work together. Now, these are it: application infrastructure and, of course, trust. Application layers, you can see that e-mobility, traceability, and DeFi, DERs as well. Infrastructure layer, identity solutions, switchboards, DIDs, IAM client lib as well. And of course, we see infrastructure layer, staking, EW name service bridge. All of this gets built within this entire ecosystem to, of course, build out Energy Web fully. Energy Web itself is going to be so massive when we're talking about zero carbon and like zero carbon emissions in general for a lot of these major companies, how big of a problem that is and what they are solving. Like, this to me is an easy $1 trillion, asset. But in general, we'll just go off of Bitcoin's market cap for an example, which I know we're going off of Bitcoin's market cap currently. Like, just imagine in 10 years from now where Bitcoin will be in market cap, where a lot of these altcoins will be in market cap. Like, I think that 816.7 billion for something as big as Energy Web Token is fairly reasonable. But this is a long term, I mind you. Like, we're talking 10 years into the future, maybe even 20 years into the future. So this is fairly massive in a sense on where we could see Energy Web Token position in the future. And this is why I think that this is so big, because we see sustainability being huge. Even in crypto, we see that this is a big, problem. We see that it is an important driver for adoption and use in general. So I don't see Energy Web Token not being such a massive name in the future, especially considering the fact that Energy Web Token itself is actually allowing blockchain technology as well to reach carbon, negativity, which is incredible as well. And they already have partnerships with Ripple and other blockchains alike. So this is great to me. And, just in general, do your own research, understand where Energy Web Token really is positioned in this market, understand the potential behind this asset. But with that in general, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.